you. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. If you want to see future readings and you feel as if I resonate with you, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and all that jazz if you resonate. And leave me a comment below. Let me know which part you did enjoy and what type of readings you guys would like to see in the future. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first 3 cards that we have for you, Virgos, are just going to be oracles. Okay, let's get into them. So the first card we have is the Mentor. So whenever I see the Mentor card, this talks about us either being mentored by life itself, where our experiences are a teacher. And it's important that we don't rob ourselves of that understanding of how experiences are a teacher by letting emotions be a hindrance. Because emotions, they're a very tricky thing. Emotions can make you fixate on how you feel instead of what you know, instead of what you gain in terms of understanding. And emotions are subjective. They're based off of how we feel about experiences. One person may feel a lot happier within a relationship with someone than we may feel because our values may look different. So, and same thing in other areas in our lives. You may be someone where a career path for you is enjoyable, where for someone else it's not. So emotions are subjective is basically what I'm trying to point out. And this time frame is going to grant you a chance to get the other side of your perspective or get to the other side of emotion so that you can reach that point of perspective. For others of you, you may be a mentor for others around you. You may not either know it or you do know, and it's important that you step up to the role. Like, especially if you feel this huge calling to help people, to mentor people, to be a guiding light, use your experiences as teachable moments for others. It does require a lot to stand in that position, and I do think you're being pushed to do so. Now, deeper than that, I also have love here and trust your angels. It says, let go of your expectations of how your dreams will come true. Trust that heaven has a perfect plan. So there's romantic matters that are a big focal point. There could be things that you're a bit afraid of in terms of either connecting with your person, wholeheartedly stepping into this, okay? You could also just want to know that your person supports you the same way that you support them. I think that also too, your spiritual team is going to be working on things behind the scenes. If you have like this over analyzing or this need to overly be involved in every aspect of your plan or your process, it could feel very difficult to just kind of let go and let God. But that's what you're being encouraged to do during this time frame. Now let's go deeper. What's the energy around my Virgos when it comes to just the general energy for the next 72 hours? So I have the 2 of Cups. So again, love, big focal point. There's a connection you have with someone that you can't seem to shake. It's like, I love you. I feel like we're meant to be together. Of course, I wish that we were able to be more emotionally whole and expressive and present. That may be something you're trying to aim for within your relationship during this time frame. Outside of like a romantic relationship, the 2 of Cups represents relationships as a whole in your life. So you could start to look at like, okay, do I have genuine friendships around me? Do I feel like I have genuine support from my family, genuine support from certain individuals, certain friends? Does this friend group align with me? We resonated at one point, but are we still on that same wavelength is the types of questions that are kind of coming up. Now, going into the energy around your career and finance, we have the Fool card. So some of my Virgos, you're either starting a new phase within your career and financial sector. This could be marked by a new job. This could be you going to school for something new, like a new skill, or to master a skill here. But it looks like you're embarking on a fresh new chapter, or you're at a space where you want to. And you're going to be taking little baby steps to make that a reality, either in this time frame or pretty soon. For others of you, you could be trying your best not to go off the ledge when it comes to a current job, where it's like, I don't want to be impulsive and quit this job, or I don't want to be impulsive and tell this boss how I feel, but I could feel, or you could feel like at your wit's end with certain things, okay? There's also something new that you're going to be embarking on in terms of like financial responsibility you're taking on. So this could be you getting either a new home within the next 4 months or so, and you could be taking little baby steps during this time frame to make that a reality. Or you could be planning to move to a new city, a new state, to get a new car. So there's certain things that you're doing financially that this time frame is kind of setting the pretense for. When it comes to your love life, what's going on with my Virgo's love life for the next 72 hours? I got the Empress. So with your love life, if you're single, you could be at a place where you're looking for someone romantically mature. Like someone who matches or reflects your personal growth. You may have grown out of that dating F-boys or dating people who are emotionally unavailable, or women who, you have to basically convince to want to deal with you. You could be at a space to where you're just kind of past that. And that could mean that you're looking to attract somebody, or even attracting people who could be a lot more mature in their energy. For my Virgos who are already in an existing connection, especially with someone who you may have children with, I think it becomes this question of if you guys can grow beyond what you guys have been through. And there could be little glimpses of you guys getting a chance to, get on the other side of things, but there's still growth or growing to tap into. For others of you, you could be dealing with someone where their family situation starts to become a barrier, whether that's like a meddling mother figure, or the person they may have children with, they could be someone who they're still having a bad co-parent relationship with, and it does affect the dynamic to some degree. But nonetheless, I think you're at a place to where you're looking for more of a mutually mature relationship with somebody, possibly a Taurus, a Libra. I am getting that energy. Doesn't have to be. Now, going into the advice for this time frame, Virgos, what's the best advice for you? I have the Three of Pentacles. So the best advice, any skills that you're working on or business endeavors that you're working on, keep your endeavors to yourself and also the people that you're working on them with. Because you may have certain people who are going to shit on your idea, they're going to crap on it, and they could project their own ideas of what they think is possible for you. Also, when it comes to the work environment, same thing, protect your energy. There could be certain people where, yes, they come to work to do their job, but they also come there to get a little drama and get a little kick out of being involved in mess. Another piece of advice, if you are going to be working on the foundation of a relationship with someone, you first need to understand what's not working. And there has to be a willingness on your person's end for you guys to actually tackle the issues like together. Not a you versus them perspective, but a you and them versus the issue perspective. And if the issue is third party connections or cheating, you have to kind of really sit with yourself and ask yourself, can I even work through this? Or has it reached a point to where that bridge is just pretty much burned? Now, going into the possible challenge for my Virgos, they need to address. I have the Queen of Wands. So this could be an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo individual. It does not have to be the zodiac sign at all. But this could be a person who is passive aggressive towards you that could be giving you a bit of a hard time. This may even be you having to step into this energy of standing up for yourself and setting clear boundaries to where certain people think that you won't ever get to this point. And when you finally get to a place of being fed up or irritated, now you're the bad guy or the bad girl. But the challenge, yeah, it could be anger. You could have certain frustrations or anger that's feeling slightly like it's bottled up, excuse me. Or you deal with somebody or you have someone around you who could have a lot of like anger or resentment that's bottled up themselves, whether it's for you or not. This could be them having resentment for their ex. So then the way that they deal with you is from a place of dealing with that resentment to kind of offset things. For others of you, the challenge could be you don't really trust someone around you. You could feel like they're sneaky, they're calculated, they, purposely leave information out. So you may side eye somebody a bit in terms of whether or not they have genuine intentions for you. For others of you, the challenge may be like avoidance. There may be someone who you're dealing with and they just seem avoidant. Like they're not communicating, they're not saying anything, they're not giving you any understanding. Now, outcome for this time frame for my Virgos. What is the outcome? Okay, I got the Page of Cups. So by the end of this time frame, there's some sort of new information that gets brought to your attention, or something new that gets brought to the forefront. Either a new connection with someone, a new opportunity. Okay, there also may be, going back into that communication piece, there may be a chance for you to finally express yourself in terms of what's been bothering you or irritating you in a dynamic, or vice versa, your person doing this. Also, for my Virgos who are dealing with someone newer, there could be a genuine connection that's formed between you and this person. Like things are really flirtatious, things are really fun. You could be, really getting to know this person. But this is what I see. I hope that that was helpful and to give you some insight for the next 72 hours. If you enjoyed, definitely thumbs up the video and subscribe. And I will see you guys later. Bye, y'all.